As we first reported this week, work to fix two ships at the Buffalo and Erie County Naval and Military Park has been pushed back by a year.
The wait will be very tough as they hold out hope that the Sullivans and the Croaker can withstand another Buffalo harsh winter. Park President and CEO Paul Marzello is here to talk about this. Paul, thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
I don't want to get too harsh here, but this is really upsetting. I mean, we have these relics that were given to us, the city of Buffalo. This is an amazing, these pieces of property that are here that everybody can look at. I know you agree with me. Whose fault is this? What is happening? I mean, we cannot let these ships just sink again.
Yeah, let me try and take you back to the date of the incident, as we call it, April 14th, 2022, all right? That's the day we almost lost the Sullivans.
Yeah.
We had a breach 42 inches in her hull from a seiche that came in, raised the ship up, dropped her down, she bounced off the bottom, and we had some serious flooding that we were lucky to control and we're lucky to have saved her. It took a monumental effort. So shortly thereafter, Senator Schumer came to town, brought a check for $7.5 million. Crystal People Stokes added another $500,000. So we had $8 million in 2022 to start the project, but we didn't. We'll get to the reason why. So 2024 now, let's skip ahead. We've got Governor Hochul comes to town. She has a check for $10 million. The city, the state, the county kick in another $3 million. So now we've got $13 million from 2024, $8 million from 2022, $21 million, and we're not moving forward. So the question is, why not? And the answer, quite simply, is we have no control over the process. The city owns the ships, the city owns the buildings, the city owns the property. They have total control over the purse strings. So what they did decide to do, and I'll give them credit for this, they want to hire a management firm, a marine engineering firm. They put a RFP out in December of 24. In January, they made a decision who that might be. In February, they got it approved by the Common Council, and now we sit. So our board, myself included, is extremely frustrated because we would like to move forward. And we think with $21 million, the question is, why don't you have enough money? It's not. It's not a question of money, right? It's a question of executing the contract, hiring this firm, and moving forward.
In terms of the longevity for the ships, you've been able, and a lot of crews came to Buffalo, went to Canal Side there to essentially resurrect the ship, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So it's been afloat for quite some time now, years now, right? Can you talk about just the status of the Croaker and the Sullivans at this point right now? They're not at risk of sinking at any point, right?
So, yes and no, all right? Even though we don't control the purse strings, we control the management of the ship. So every day our staff is down below, checking compartments, looking for leaks, and we've had 4 serious leaks in the past 2 years. So we know that ship will continue to rust because she's 80 plus years old. She was made to last 20 or 25 at the most. So we're on borrowed time. So it's not a matter of if there's going to be another incident, it's going to be when. And we just want to make sure that we're doing everything in our power as a board, as an organization to move forward. We would just like some answers on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about going through another winter. What does our Buffalo harsh Western New York winter do to a ship that's that old?
We're hoping your weatherman will make it so that there's no temperatures that will dip below 32 degrees all winter long. Because if there's ice, there's an issue. It is a difficult task to keep these ships free of leaking. I mean, they're rusting. They will continue to rust. Any little hole, whether it's a dime or a quarter, is a lot of water coming through that hull. And it doesn't take much, as we realized back in 22, that we could have a serious incident again. And we don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that happen. I'm sure the city or the community wants to see it again.
Back to that large pot of money that's out there, millions of dollars just sitting out there. What is the explanation that you've been given as to what the delay is, what's going on?
We've been told it is a holdup because of insurance and administrative challenges. I'm not sure what that means, but they've had at least 4 months to figure it out, and we still don't have a contract, so that's bothersome.
Let's talk about the history of these
Yes.
ships. Tell me about the history there and why it's so important that we have them here in Western New York.
Well, they were commissioned in 1944 and 45, so they were designed to serve in World War II. Obviously, the war ended in 45, so they kind of caught the tail end and went into service beyond that to the Cold War and so forth, and to several other assignments that they were given. And they served admirably, right? What I can say is that the 5 Sullivan brothers, of which that one ship is named after, the Sullivans, is a historic ship. There's several communities throughout the country that would love to have that ship in their midst. We are extremely proud to have it in Buffalo. Buffalo is the largest inland naval park in the country. We have 4 ships here. So we're extremely proud, but we have some obligations, and the obligations is to keep them afloat, and we know how to do that. We have a plan in action. We need to replace the hull from the waterline down with new steel. $21 million will accomplish that. I'm concerned that as the longer we drag this out in terms of time, it's going to cost more money and more delays that we can't seem to have the patience to hold on to.
And the obvious question that many people out there may have, obviously we're in the warmer months now. We've passed Memorial Day. We're coming up on the 4th of July.
Right.
There's going to be a lot that's going to be happening down there. Will there be impacts in some of the programming and the things that you want to put on because of these administrative delays in which you speak of?
Not really. We have a mission statement which is really sound. It's honor, educate, inspire, and preserve. So we want to honor veterans. We want to educate the public about their sacrifices. We want to inspire a sense of patriotism and an appreciation for those that sacrificed. And then we have to preserve the artifacts that have been entrusted to our care. So the mission is there. The ceremonies continue. We're extremely happy to have a very diverse crowd. I mean, we've got most of the visitors that come down to Canal Side and visit the ships are from out of town. So it's like walking amongst the United Nations. It's a great experience.
It is a great experience. Paul, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being here and explaining what's going on with these, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Hopefully this happens quicker than the timeline we've been given.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Paul.